right, welcome back to the Cinematic. Today we are reviewing another movie. Today we are reviewing The Mule, directed and written by Clint Eastwood. So, our cast of The Mule, we have Clint Eastwood, Bradley Cooper, those are our big players. We've also got Allison Eastwood, his daughter, who actually came out of retirement of acting to be in this movie. We have Lawrence Fishburne and Michael Pena, who kind of play lesser supportive roles, but it's cool to see them in the movie. So the story, Eastwood is this old, aging, experienced driver who is super into growing plants. He ends up going super broke because who knew selling plants in like 2018 didn't get you a lot of money? Although actually this takes place like a couple of years ago, not 2018. Nonetheless, he's out of money. He wants to get back into his granddaughter's life, but while he was in his younger years, he always chose work over family. So his daughter and his wife, or his ex-wife, they hate him, they never want to see him, they hate talking to him, they never want to see him again because he always chose work over them. But now he's trying to change his ways, he wants to get back into his granddaughter's life, but he has no money, and that's when he starts being a drug mule, and he gets in his old beat-up truck and takes some cocaine from Texas all the way up to Chicago, and he makes a ton of money, and then chaos ensues. Clint Eastwood is by far the best part of this movie. He does a pretty good performance. He's actually I was surprised to see him so happy in this movie. He's just a happy man, especially from like the middle part on, he's just happy. I'm just glad to see Clint Eastwood being happy, even though he's kind of like not cool and kind of racist in real life, but his character, it was cool to see him being happy. His story, you really feel for him. At the ending, I was like almost in tears, almost, not quite, but I was almost in tears at the end. He really does do an emotional performance, and I honestly wish there was more of him in this movie, and we'll get into that. Also, there was a lot of humor in this movie that I wasn't expecting. Me and the rest of the theater laughed a couple times, and I wasn't really expecting that out of a Clint Eastwood movie, but some of the humor was pretty good, and overall, I just found the character arc of Eastwood's character to be very satisfying, and I really enjoyed seeing how it played out. Bradley Cooper's in this movie. He does what you would expect from Bradley Cooper. He's certainly not putting in a Star is Born performance, but I don't quite know why he's in this movie. Not because they could have probably gotten someone else to do it and it would have been just fine, but he's like the FBI agent basically hunting down Clint Eastwood the whole movie. I want to say in at least 80% of his scenes, they all happen in the same FBI office in Chicago. It's just him, or Lawrence Fishburne is like, hey, it's been a month and we have nothing, we're about to kick you out. And he's like, man, just give me one more month, it'll be fine. He's like, okay, and then a month goes by, nothing happens. He's like, hey, I need one more. That happens like 4 or 5 times in this movie, and it's kind of like, man, the Bradley Cooper part doesn't really matter until the very end, and I wish they would have just cut all that out and added more Clint Eastwood stuff. Not because Bradley Cooper does a bad job, but just his storyline and his part of the movie just isn't very exciting. One thing that did bother me about the movie is that the ending, it was kind of teeing it up to be this big climactic scene, and it was not that at all. The ending is pretty much like, oh, okay, I thought that was gonna happen and it did, and now it's over. Cool. I mean, not that I needed like a giant shootout or anything like that, but I was just hoping for a little bit more than what we got. There's also some weird things in this movie. They try to kind of tackle the issues of police brutality. They kind of try to turn it into a joke, and it's very strange, and like it goes on for like 3 minutes too long, and it's kind of just like, whoa, okay, Clint Eastwood, we get it. You want to talk about police brutality, but like you're doing it super weird and not well at all. They also do that in like a different way with like some racism stuff, and it's like, okay, I get what you're saying, you're not really saying it that well, and you're kind of trying to make it into a joke, but I think they should have just left those parts out entirely. So I am going to give The Mule a 7 out of 10. I do think it's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed my time with it, really enjoyed Clint Eastwood's performance. If it's one of his lasts, I don't know that, but I think it was it's pretty good for him at his age. I think he did a really good job. Cooper, he's totally okay. I don't think he was looking to win any awards with this. I think anyone could have done this role perfectly fine. He didn't really blow me away. So that's what I think about The Mule. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys fans of Clint Eastwood, Bradley Cooper? Do you think Bradley Cooper should have been in this movie? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching the review. Make sure you check it out for more. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff. And as always, keep it locked here for more movie reviews and movie discussion. And thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.